Hello everyone, I'm busy, so I've gone to the last bastion of all content creators who don't want to do work, an AMA. Let's get into it. What's the largest animal I could beat in a fight? Okay, let's be clever about this, because there's gotta be an animal that is huge and also helpless. That it can't use its size or weight effectively. There is one jellyfish that's absolutely massive. I think like sunfish too, that are just ridiculously huge, and their defense mechanism is that they taste bad and it takes too long to eat them. Like their plan is to just get eaten, but not so eaten that they die, and they just literally their defense mechanism is that they are eaten until the predator is no longer hungry, and then the predator just leaves, and they're the dumbest things on the planet. You know what? No, the biggest creature I could beat in a fight is a California redwood. Give me an axe. I'll take care of that in no time. Too far. Just too far. No. How far have I gone in the past? My friends and I, people in Northbound, one in particular, feeds me just the wrong way, in that we used to play odds. I assume you're familiar with odds. The very simple game. Someone says, what are the odds you do this thing? And then you say 1 in some number. 1 in 5, 1 in 10, 1 in a million. And then you lock eyes, and then on the count of 3, you each say a number between those numbers. An integer, obviously, like, don't be that guy. And if you say the same number, the person has to do it. And if the odds you give, as just an additional wrinkle, if the odds you give are 1 in 2, and the person who dared you loses, they have to do it. And I have a friend who, whenever we played odds, we would always do 1 in 2, and we would go through with it until we were both miserable. We nearly ruined our lives, just doing absolutely... I'm trying to think of what the stupidest thing I've done on a dare is, but most of the stupid things I do, I don't need to be dared to do. I just do them. So it's hard to track where the idiocy comes from. It's the result that I tend to remember. But in short, just way too far. I do remember I got in a fist fight with somebody in college. There was like a fire, someone pulled the fire alarm or something, and we all had to leave the dorm, and I was just sitting outside on a picnic table, and someone nearby was just like, hey, I hear you fight, right? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, I dare you to fight me. I was like, okay. And I popped up, and I was like, do you want to do this? And he said, you wouldn't dare. And I punched him. And he punched me back. We ended up being good friends. It was a great way to meet people. Do it consensually. That's all I ask. You know what? There is one other thing. I don't remember what it was. I remember saying the following words. I must have been extraordinarily young, but I remember saying the words at some point. Like someone dared me to do something, and I remember saying, if you do not retract this, you are signing a contract with me in that you just you consent to whatever happens next. Please don't do this. And I don't remember what happened after that. I just remember it was a ridiculous thing to say. top 5 places I intend to go next. Oh, wow. I haven't seen Rome. I want to go back to Japan and just actually see Mount Fuji. I've stood on that mountain and not seen it. Just both of the times the mist was too heavy. I remember someone we asked. There's this lake in Hakone, and we asked them. We were like, do you think we'll be able to see Mount Fuji? And they were like, it depends on the weather. And then when we got there, it was so, the fog was so thick you could not see. Like it was legitimately. It wasn't like being in Silent Hill, because it was more like a Dark Souls fog wall. It was literally like crystal clear, up to 50 feet, like we were in a bubble, and then a hard wall that you couldn't see through. And I remember just the person with us was like, she's shy. She's shy. That, and I've been actually learning Japanese. So I want to go back, because I'll be able to read until I see kanji, so long as participles are around. I think I'll do okay. And I want to just talk to people, and I want to go places, and I want to take my friends there. I think it's incredible. I have friends who've never traveled before, and I recently went on just like a spur-of-the-moment trip with a friend of mine, and it just meant the world to me. Traveling, like I love my friends, and my love language I didn't know I had until insanely recently, because I usually I travel with the same people, and they're like some of the most important people to me in my life, but I realized in that moment that like, oh, this is like my love language, and so I am going to go on a trip with just like some of the people in my life, and I know that they're interested in going to Japan, and I'm interested in going back. So I think there, Korea, South Korea, obviously, the Republic. I want to be very clear about that. Yeah. But I would love to see Seoul. I hear it's beautiful. I think that would be a lot of fun. Thailand, for the like architecture, there are just some beautiful places that I really want to see. I hear a lot of good things about just the people being nice, and the beaches are gorgeous. But like really just like Rome, like traveling Italy, actually getting to like see the Colosseum would be amazing. And just like I spent so much of my life on Latin that I want to go to the place. I want to go to the Latin place, and I want to like see things there. I would love to do that. Also, just like the food. The food in France was awful, and all of the best meals I had were at Italian restaurants, and all of the time, I'm eating food I like when I travel. A shocking amount of the time, it's Italian. So I would love to go to Italy for food. That would just be awesome, I think. Other places I want to go. I've never been to Mexico. I don't know where I would go, but like Ecuador is beautiful. South America is just an amazing place. And like honestly, like a really deep trip into Canada. Just like, so I want to travel north enough to get like the aurora in a powerful way. That would be just a life-changing. That's like one of the things I like. I live very incredibly north in America, and I have like every alert you can have on your phone to see if the aurora is coming. And even if I got it, I don't know that it would be as good as it could be if I were just like going to the North Pole. So that might be a trip I try to make, crazy as it sounds. but I think just going there to just like see the tundra, and that would be great. The only other place, honestly, is I would love to do. I really want to go to the Middle East, but I don't know. I don't know that. I don't know. It's the safest right now. But going to like Egypt or just one of the things I've truly never seen is like a desert, like a great sand desert, complete with just dunes, rolling hills of gold, and I want to see every biome the Earth has to offer, and I think that's one of the more tremendous. That's one of the more tremendous wonders out there. So I would love to do that. Yeah. What goals do I have in life? What do I want to achieve? This is a fun one. What do I want to achieve? Okay, actually, I do have some. I want to take Northbound. I want to take the Legends universe to the main stage, just to take it to a convention with an audience. That is a genuine dream of mine. Not for there are like two things that in my head that I want more than anything. The first is to just look at a room full of people who like this thing I like, and I just want to talk to them about it. I want to talk to strangers about the Legends universe and sort of the the games I want to make and the projects I have in mind. I do these things because it's weird to say, but I am a fan of the thing I am making, and when I'm a fan of something, I want to share it and I want to talk about it with people, and there is no one alive to do that with for this. And at a convention, like with all of my friends on a stage, just being able to like talk about it and like get questions from people and answer them would just be an incredible experience. And two, the other thing that lives in my head, I like rehearse this and write it a little bit, is I want my friends, I want the other people in Northbound on that stage, and I just want to introduce them to a crowd because I want the opportunity to tell the world and all of China about what makes these people incredible. I want to say, like, this is this person, this is what they mean to me, this is how they have, like, changed my life and made it so much more meaningful, and I want them to walk onto the stage to applause. That is something I owe them, and something I know some of the. I am so lucky to be friends with some of the greatest people I have ever met, and I want a crowd to be excited to see them, and I want them to just stand under the lights, and I want to be I want the honor of introducing them and being the person clapping the hardest. I want to do those two things, and just to get there with this thing I love. That is a life goal of mine. That is why this channel exists. That is why I'm trying to figure this out. I want that more than anything. And then other life goals I have, I feel like pretty simple. Like, there are things I want to see. Mount Fuji's one. That's it in my head just because it's funny. There is one thing I want to do. In Tokyo, there is a ramen shop called North Pole Ramen, and we went there because I wanted the spiciest ramen I could find, and I remember the person there told us, like, it's called North Pole Ramen. If you bring us back a picture of you at the North Pole, you get free ramen. And I want to do that. Like, that, going back to an earlier question, that's how far I'll go for a dare. I want to go to the North Pole of this planet and then cross the ocean and go to the opposite side, and just because someone doesn't think I will, and I want to show them up that I am going to do this before I die. I'm gonna make that happen. That's a goal I have.
Is the ramen shop still there?
I assume so. It was delicious. It was incredible. I loved it. I assume it's still there. They must be. I'm trying to think what else like I really want to do, and it really is just the simplest things. Like, I want to fall in love with somebody, and I want to make them as happy as I can possibly make them. I want them to feel so special and so loved, and just wake up every day next to my best friend in the world. And I want to, like, have kids and raise them well. Like, I want to, like, introduce a brand new human to this earth and then show them why honor matters, why people are worth talking to and befriending and being special. And I want to mentor somebody in how incredible an opportunity life is, and I want that honor. Yeah, I feel like very, very simple goals. I don't think it's very special.
Defining characteristics is your boundless, borderline unholy thirst for knowledge, and the seemingly endless need to know more.
That's so sweet. Thank you. That's so nice. Where do I think my curiosity comes from? Have you seen the world? It's amazing. Look up at the night sky and try not to wonder, like, what's out there. Like, see people do things and wonder, like, well, how, like, I don't know. I watch people care about things, do things, feel things, like, the way people, like, move or think or write, poetry, like, just science in general. We got, like, how on earth does the internet work? How does your phone work? How do we build these things? It's all... I don't know how to describe where curiosity comes from, because to me it feels self-evident. It feels like I see the world and I have to know how it got there. Like, I need to know. It's too interesting. I don't know if this even makes sense. I don't know how to describe it. But yeah. Yeah. Where do I think I go when we die? I have no clue. Yes. I have no clue. I don't get to know that. I think, first of all, like, I have sat and thought about it logically, and the very simple logical answer is that there is no experiment you can create, at least with the science we have now. Maybe we'll figure out necromancy one day, but there's not science I know of that you can, like, prove anything, and for that reason, I think it is very specifically the realm of faith. I think it like, the faith is, it is a leap of faith. Like, it is the act of believing in something even though you have no evidence for it. I get a little miffed at people who, and like, it doesn't always come from a bad place. There is a genuinely beautiful place the sentiment can come from, but when people tell me, like, love is the proof God exists, no, it isn't. The raw science can explain that, and I think equally infuriating is the idea that science diminishes the value of God. Like, that doesn't... I don't like the way people force science and religion to interact. It makes no sense to me. It doesn't have to be that way. I don't want it to be that way. I think that there is a beautiful sentiment for someone who is already a believer that can, I think there are things that can happen in somebody's life that can make them certain God exists, but I think belief is beautiful, to me at least, because you have to, you just have to open yourself up to the idea that you are not the main character of the universe, that there is something bigger than you that you don't get to know, and I think that's really important. I think so much of the world can be explained and understood, and like maybe we don't know everything yet, but like the door is there. We can design experiments in our head, like a near light speed engine for space travel is one efficient fuel source away. Like, legitimately, like we understand science to a degree that we can make things, like we can design things in our mind that could be made real. We're just missing one or two pieces, or just like effort or resources. Like the right people just aren't being handed the entire Earth's GDP, or we could do a crazy thing. So I say all of this because I think I feel like knowing where you go, where you die, is the culmination of, like, you would have to be so arrogant as to not only assume that you would have to be so arrogant not only to assume that, like, you are certain on the nature of something as wild as God if you're religious, or that you are more powerful than reason if you're not. That I think that it is an act of hubris to say this is where we go and we die. I don't know. I don't get to know. And I think it's very important for me as a human being to accept that, because if I'm the kind of person who believes that I can decide more than that, I'm a monster, and I don't want to be. What do I think happens? I don't know. I do know. I don't know where we go, but I do know that when we die, the story isn't over yet. That much I know. Either because you go on a journey beyond this, or because your name and deeds leave a footprint. We are the fingerprints of the people that have made us, and I think that is what makes humans special. Other races do not pass down knowledge the way we do, not to my understanding. And so the words someone says, the things you write, and even if you don't leave like a visible legacy, if there's no monument to you, if there's no writing you ever made, you taught someone something, for good or ill. You had an impact on someone's life. Even in the absolute tragic cases where someone's life was incredibly short, someone else learned from this. And that lesson goes into the future. And in the next generation, that lesson will inform their decision to leave their fingerprints on someone else. And that will carry out into infinity, or until the Earth is wiped out by an asteroid or something. So long as humanity exists, your story isn't done. Not yet. One of the earliest writings we know about is a guy, very famously, the internet loves to remember, someone basically left a Yelp review on some terrible copper, and that guy is dead, but we remember him and we laugh about him, and it says something hilarious about society, that is the thing we know, and it's that old. Like, the endurance of humanity in that way, even in the most unintended consequence of that human's life, they live on. So, do I know where we go when we die? No. Do I know what legacy I'll leave? I don't. I hope it's a good one. But I know the story's not over yet. That's what I would have to say. Discoveries do I think could happen in my lifetime that I'm most excited to see? Most of the things I'm excited about are social. I don't think that, like, bigotry will ever die. But I do think that people I know in my life who are chained because other people have decided they must be, will find a solace, and that I dream of and think about every day, about how great it will be when this person doesn't have to feel guilt or shame or fear because of something in their life. And not everyone agrees with me, and that battle feels bleak. But I also know it hasn't been that long since Martin Luther King marched and told the world he had a dream. It is a shockingly short amount of time. People don't realize how close we are to, like, there are in color pictures of Martin Luther King, but like this whole, Malcolm X, this whole movement, the Reverend fought hard and beautiful things happened, and that was where they were then. That Jim Crow was that soon, and here we are now. And I remember how big a deal it was that, just as an example, like, gay marriage was signed into law in Obama's presidency. And now, for most people, it is not an extraordinary thing. It's normal. It's life. And once something is normal, people who are well-fed tend to squabble about smaller and smaller things. So, of course, we're going to see, like, reprisals of these things, but I just can't wait for that moment. Because, yeah, like, people will yell louder about things that matter less, but those things matter less. And I want to get to that point. I want to get to the point where the things that are, like, the things that we feel like we have to fight for are hurting less people, and or are reaching more lives. So that I think about every day in terms of just, like, scientific improvements that I want. Fusion energy is going to be really, really cool. I feel like, electric cars could be, I feel like once we, like, can really make battery technology sort of work better, I think it is insanely likely that, like, electric vehicles will be more efficient, and make more sense and lead to a revitalization of just the planet in a way that I have to have hope about. because if you sit down and really think about the consequences of, I don't know, coral bleaching or cutting down the Amazon, just like climate change in general, it is worth crying about. So I just have to believe that we will wisen up and find... It's really unfortunate in that, like, all of the solutions that I know about are, like, at the end of the day, economic, more than they are scientific. We're just kind of not doing them for very silly reasons. But I think commercial space flight. Just like, I want to affordably go into space. I want to have the overview effect happen to me as a human being. You can add that to my life goals, actually. I want to go to space and look at the Earth. I don't think I'll do that, but I want to. So yeah, that's what I guess I'm excited about, but it's not shockingly much. If I go to space and the Earth is flat, I'm gonna lose it. I will owe... Okay, I'm doing the mental exercise right now. I will accept that I can be wrong about things. And if I'm wrong about this, I will give my life to whatever cause next hits me. I will get off the plane, and the very first person that asks me to do anything, I will make my life's mission. I will go all in. If somebody walks up to me and says, "You need to live in the woods and to be one with the deer," I will grow antlers through sheer willpower. If I'm that wrong. But also, isn't it funny that no one who's ever been to space says it's flat? I think that's funny. I think it's funny that there's so many satellites out there and we don't have a single picture of a flat Earth. Since before AI got made, anybody? Okay, I won't get into it. Or I will lose my mind. What is the next question? Alfred Nobel. Because the idea, like... So Alfred Nobel is an interesting human being in that, like, what do you think when you hear Alfred Nobel? You think of the Peace Prize. He was the guy who invented dynamite, and he, on his deathbed, was racked with guilt because his father originally owned a weapons manufacturer. Like, he was making weapons of war. He did things, like, the things he invented caused people to lose their lives in great number. And a lot has been done in history to try and show that, a lot has been done in history to be like, oh, but, you know, he wanted miners to be safer. Which is true, but I think that a certain amount of, like... I don't think you can say that it was an unalloyed good, his life. And the fact that we have a Peace Prize now gives us the ability to shine a spotlight on the good done on Earth in a way that makes people celebrate kindness. And I think that's important. I like the idea that there is a place you can go to look at the advancements in social change. I think that the Nobel Peace Prize and its foundation have made an impact in terms of how much I know about the good that's being done in the world, how much hope that gives me, and I think putting good on a pedestal is an inherently odd thing to do. Like, I agree, but I think that practice, it's not that like, oh, you get money for doing good. That's never the point. Nobody does something to get a Nobel Peace Prize. We're not talking about that. And he didn't. I don't care what you say, he didn't. But if you are trying to get a Peace Prize, you don't deserve one. Let's just leave it there. It's not that we are rewarding the people who do the goodest. It's more that there is a resource people can use there's a library you can go and look to see the good that has been done and some of the best that has been done each year. And that is heartening. It takes the edge off of the way we have designed our media, which is to make everybody as furious and sad as possible all of the time. And it's not for everybody, and a lot of people don't see it, and a lot of people don't read it. But when someone wins a Nobel Prize, it means that good has happened in the world. And it means that we get to share that good with more than just the people who were the immediate benefactors of it. And I think the making benevolence infectious is a good on the world. And that's all for this AMA. Please, I would love to do this again. This was actually a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be. If you want something like this to happen again, leave a comment, and that would make this so much easier. This was done very much in the spur of the moment, and I'd love to do something more structurally like this in the future. So thank you for joining us. Really, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you know me a little bit better now. I guess that's the point. Have a great night. The story of my least favorite smell of all time is an actually interesting story. In terms of just the raw horror of what it was. Because my uncle, I don't know if he's related or not. Because when I was growing up, people that were just close enough friends to my parents were aunts and uncles. And so there are people from my early life that I legitimately don't know if I'm related or not. But there was someone I knew he was my uncle, and he owned a farm. His family lived on farms. His family was a farming family, and they'd been farming for just generations, and they had cows. And they had like a forest. And my Pepe lived out back. He lived in a log cabin in that forest for a long time.
Leave us a jar.
Yep. So effectively what ends up happening is they owned cows, and the cows go into the forest, and one of the cows got caught between two trees, and then couldn't get out. And cows apparently can't back up, or I think that's just what I was told, because the result of this was that the cow died there, stuck between the two trees, and then during the summer melted. And when the flesh fell off its bones, like the bones fell, and it rotted in place. And there was just a point in my life where I was going around the farm doing we had just done a bunch of farm work, and it was just like, just enjoying the area in the woods and the forest, and came upon a puddle of black sludge with cow bones in it, and it was the single most foul thing I have ever smelled. Ever. Was that enough to figure out if the sound is working? Great.